Saoirse here, coming to you from County Tyrone in the north of Ireland here. And we did make it over here to the Aghascrebagh Ogham Stone here. It's one of the only Ogham Stones in all of the north part of Ireland. Most of the north Ogham Stones are down in the south, mainly hundreds of them down there, but this is about the only one in the north at all. And of course, when we started off, it was a beautiful Irish day, even some sun and clouds, and then it got cloudy and rainy, and then the rainbows came. So it's an Irish day. It's cool, it's kind of wet, and we've got the fairy mist coming in. We had the rain and the rainbows and the sun over there, so it's really nice. Anyway, about the stone. This stone is the Ogham Stone, and Ogham is a writing that it goes back about 1,500 years, and the stone is at least 1,500 years old, 1,500 years old. The writing on it is these Ohms. Now, I make a point that if you have bare hands, you don't want to be touching the stone because the oil in the hands can wear it out faster. Even though it's been here 1,500 years, it's best to respect it, especially with the designs, the petroglyphs, and in this case, the Ohms. So the Ogham letters, it actually, you can't see this bit down here, but you come up here, you have an E, and then you have a space, and then you have an M, and an A, there's an A, and a K, and then up here would be the rest of it, which is worn off. But they know what it used to say because people marked it before some of it came off. So it's ᚠᚑᚏᚔ, Maki, Maglali. And that means ᚠᚑᚏᚔ is a common name 1,500 years ago. Maki is the word that we get the word from Mac, that means son of in modern Irish. And then Maglani, that's the father's name. And so those two people have their names still here. And what's really cool about that is here, we wouldn't even know those names, now if it wasn't for this stone. So they made a monument, and people like to leave a legacy and make a monument. And as far as we know, this is just a marker. So the marker here is remembered here 1,500 years later. So if you want to leave a legacy, then you need to, if you want to be remembered, Franklin said, you want to write something that's worth reading or do something that's worth writing. Also, I like to share places like this that are off the beaten tourist paths. Notice that there's no tourists here. There's no charge to come here. We're in the middle of a farmer's field, and it's not locked up. It's not barricaded off. You don't have to pay to come here like Stonehenge. So it's really nice here. And so that's what I'm trying to share with people is this part of Ireland that they normally wouldn't see. So that's my passion. Of course, purpose, skills, passion, uniqueness. These are all things that you want as far as leaving a legacy. And that's what I wanted to share with you today, besides the Ogham Stone. Because think of it. The pyramids are about 4,500 years old. This is 1,500 years old. It's still stunning, although they say that it did fall over once, but that, in some time in the history past. And then also the Newgrange over in County is County Meath is the Bonashia. That is older than the pyramids. That's 5,200 years old at least that they know of. So. And there's sites around here that are as old as that. And so we went to Creagán, and we might go to Ballymore over there and so share some more sites around here. But anyway, I just wanted to come to share that with you today and kind of inspire you to show you what's here, to talk about the Ogham Stone and the ancient lettering here that's over 1,000 years old and things like that. So if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comments below. There was a farmer that lived here on this grounds about 150, 200 years ago, and he decided that this stone was in the way for some reason and decided to take it down. And he started to dig around here and try to take it down. And as he did so, he started to get a lot of bad luck started happening because, you weren't respecting the DONEGAL and the good people there, the little ones, the little people. And so they take it out on him, but anyway, he had bad luck. And the river down here, the Burn, it started to rise, and he started to get flooded. And so the bad luck happened until he stopped and put everything back like it was. And then it kind of restored to what it was, according says. But anyway, this is the cottage over here of what's left of his house. So I don't know how long the good luck happened, But if you come over here, you see the wall there? You can zoom in. And that's the remains of his cottage there. So, I don't know how long the good luck lasted after I tried to put it back together, but, you know, it's best to just leave those sort of things alone. Okay, I just did it this way. Looks like most people did it this way anyway. The way it looks. I'm okay. I had my balance off. At least I know how to. In my pocket. At least I know how to.